earthquakes around the world. What is up, everyone? How your vibes? Shout out to all the subscribers here. Thank you for being so supportive. Right back to you as well. Thank you again. So yesterday there was that 6.7 magnitude earthquake, right, that had struck Indonesia. We're gonna get to the globe here in a second. I wanted to show on this map, of course. I know the map is not as great as the globe in 3D, but kind of just get a fact here. Just see how much is going on now. Look at the West Coast. It's getting hammered. It's just ridiculous. But I did say keep an eye out because of the 6.7. More likely, probably was about close to a 6.9, to be honest. And of course, the West Coast waking up. So much stuff going on. One thing I didn't think that would happen was for that 6.7, 6.9 estimate to somewhat cause a volcanic eruption. Well, I be darned. Let me tell you what. Now we have a volcanic eruption going off up in Indonesia due to the 6.7 magnitude earthquake that had struck. Now here we go again. Yesterday I told you guys that there was going to be some more 6 magnitude quake and possibly a 6.5 magnitude earthquake. And here it is. 6.4 at a deep 556.6 kilometers in depth. This is not even the only one to come. Now we have the rest of the week around the corner, just right ahead of us, you guys. And like I did say, and majority of the time, I always make sure I try to keep everything on point and give a heads up if this is a possibility. As an example, I did say for the coming rest of this whole week, we are going to see multiple 6 magnitude quakes. I did say in yesterday's update that could be a chance of a 6.5, and on top of that even more, here's a 6.4 magnitude. Now we have an eruption volcano, which is brutally massive, that is actually happening. I mean, this stuff is just crazy. And then also, we have more activity coming up over here. Take a look. 5.3. And then also coming up over here with a 5.0. And the weird thing about it, look at the pattern that everything is following. You guys, ever since I've started this, just as like a hobby, doing this just for fun, and decided to bring it to you guys, man, I think doing earthquakes is one of the most coolest things. For me personally, I really enjoy doing this stuff. I think it's really awesome. But God, not just to see the power of Mother Nature, but just how much has picked up on top of everything going on. Now, I want to come up over here. I have a buddy who is out in Trinidad, Tobago, and fortunately, they've been hit with some really odd storms as well. And really send my heart out to some folks out there because, yes, there has been many homes that got flooded out in Trinidad, and definitely trying to pull through a lot of the things, you guys, and it's just insane with what is going on. Just can't believe this weather anomaly. And then, of course, disappearing oceans, and then the new Madrid, and of course, you have Fukushima, all this crap, man. Take a look here. Is there a chance Mexico could just split in half, or is there a chance that Mexico could just directly fall straight down under? Let me know in the comments down below. Here, today, 5.0 at a super deep, almost 500 kilometers in depth. And then on top of following by all these quakes, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 earthquakes. Now these here, again, 4.1s, and then of course 4.2, and then also, let me zoom back out here real quick, and then we have a 3.8. Like I said yesterday, all these that you see here in the orange and the yellow are more all within the 3 and 4.2, 4.5 range, until we start hitting up into the red, which are all within the 5s. And then of course, when you hit the pink, like you were seeing up over here, that right there is when you're hitting the big 6 to 7 magnitude earthquakes. Australia getting more activity, 3.6, right under near a 4 magnitude quake. And then, of course, a 2.5. And then, take a look here, we have Fiji with a 4.3 magnitude earthquake. Man, things are rumbling up, folks, and a lot of activity going on. It's kind of a little bit eerie. I really kind of worry about these times now. Lately, the moon has been changing to really odd colors. So much just happening, and then not just that. The most worry is this, and I mentioned this a few months back about this area picking up in seismic, and holy cow, man! I know a couple people out in Italy, and my gosh, you guys, like I said, Italy just cannot afford none of these areas. You know, Turkey, and all the way coming up in through here, including Italy, you have France. You guys, there is so much history, so ancient, and remind you, all this area has just such a wonderful passage of history, and a lot of it over time, especially since last year, has been lost due to quakes and just so much movement going on. This is all rocking like nothing. Even though these are all within 2 and 3 magnitude earthquakes, things are really highly on a brutal path. I can't really tell you ahead if there's going to be any 5 or 6 magnitudes here. Even though I've been watching and trying to keep up as much as I can, but all through here, majority of the time, you guys, if we do see anything from Turkey up going towards France area, I would say probably the biggest would maybe be about a 4.5 within the coming few weeks ahead. Though, over here is one to watch. Because of this area here, you have the 4.5 magnitude, but then stepping up over here into these boundaries is where it's going to get gnarly. Like I said, yesterday was a 6.7, possibly a 6.9, and then we have a 6.4, which is possibly a 6.5. Keep an eye out. Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, Fiji, all within through these areas, you guys, and as far up as the Philippines. Keep an eye out for more 6 magnitude quakes. And there could be a possibility we may see a 7.1 magnitude earthquake possibly striking from within Papua New Guinea or within through Indonesia area within the next coming week. If not possibly this week, we may just see that earthquake. There is a high chance of a 7 magnitude. Coming up over here, Japan, nothing much, but again, still a lot of activity. And there's some other crazy stories coming out as well. But then also over here, you have a 5 point plus magnitude on top of multiple of them. And this is all volcanic area. All these little small islands, you guys, these are all volcanoes. Got a 5.1 sitting on top of another 5.1 magnitude earthquake. And Alaska lighting up with basically a swarm of tons of 2s, all within 2.1, 2.2s, 2.3s, 4s, 2.5s. And it's funny, let me zoom back here, really touchy device here. Look at the patterns that they're following, and I believe it will connect again, like it has done about probably for like the 4th time, running from about right here all the way up to the back of the side of Alaska. And then over here we have definitely some new activity connecting from basically Nome going in towards Russia, and definitely something to keep an eye out for the rest of the week ahead. So wanted to update you guys with the 6.4 quote, possibly a bigger quake, and then also the 6.7 causing a volcanic eruption in Indonesia to unleash. Now we have the 6.4 plus magnitude. Definitely going to be causing a lot more. California is definitely on liftoff with earthquakes. Yes, these are small quakes. I understand. Yes, we are seeing nothing but 2s and threes and stuff here and there, but remember, recently California had that 5.3, then they had a 5.0, then they had 4.3, and so forth. Things are really picking up. What is the best way to just explain it all? Unbelievable. 3.9. Take it as a 4.0 magnitude, which that right there is just enough, and this is just southeast 2 kilometers of Loma Linda, California. That right there is enough to go on ahead and send quite a bit of a shock vibration wave through the rest of these faults. Is there a possibility for a 5.0 along through the west coast of California going past Oregon? And as they update Oregon, of course, with their volcanic activity, all these wildfires throughout California, grounds are heating up. And don't know what else to say other than that. There's so much, you guys. All I can say is just start getting ready for what's coming up because it's getting pretty brutal. Times are changing ridiculously. Very just unprecedented. Now, Memphis, up in Missouri, take a look at this. Not too far away from Memphis, 2.13. Oklahoma, the usual, 2.4. And followed by 2.6. And then also we have another 2.6. And these are all shallow quakes. Coming up here, you have Texas, Pecos, Texas, with a 2.6 magnitude as well. Nothing, surprisingly. And surprise, not even New York has gotten an earthquake. As New York, you all remember that one when New York had got a smaller quake, and that was something you don't ever see. As far as South America, there is still quite a bit of activity going on. Now, these are all within the 3 and 4.3 magnitude range, 3.8. Then also coming up over here, we have pretty much, what is this, going to be about 3.9 for magnitude earthquake? Let's take a look. And 4.3. So, 4.3 magnitude right up in that area. And like I said, you guys, stay tuned in because there's going to be some more earthquakes coming up within the coming week and the following ahead of us. So despite that 6.4 plus magnitude quake following up from yesterday's earthquake and then the volcanic activity, boy, are we on a definite roller coaster ride. Desire Vibes Info Entertainment Reviews, you guys. Much love. Love, live, smile, has a high, feet, and grounded.